Hi, I'm Nancy Ann Martin, personal trainer and health coach, and today I'm also a band mom. Got my shirt on, we're ready to go watch my daughter perform at the stadium, but in the meantime I was going to make some no-bake oatmeal protein balls for our recipes for bodybuilders and people who just want to eat healthier. So let's get going with the ingredients. Today we will be using 1 cup of dry oats, 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder, 1/3 cup of chocolate chips, 1/3 cup of raw sunflower seeds, 1/4 cup of raisins, 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, 3 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1/3 cup of non-fat milk. So first of all, we're going to just quickly mix our dry ingredients. We're going to put that 1 cup of oats along with 2 scoops of protein powder. Now I'm using my favorite, which is but any vanilla protein powder will work fine since we're not baking this. We've got 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. These are optional. I like them. It just makes them a little bit more like a treat. And I have 1/3 cup of raw sunflower seeds. Now if you like, you can use a chopped nut. I'm allergic to tree nuts, so I always go with the sunflower seeds, but any type of chopped nut's fine there. I've got 1/4 cup of raisins. Normally I do this with dried cranberries, but I had raisins on hand today, so I'm using those. And I also have 3 tablespoons of fresh ground flaxseed. So I'm just going to dump all that in there. I'm going to give it a quick stir to combine it. Okay, and now we will move on to our wet ingredients. I don't remember where the original recipe of this came from. I've altered it somewhat, but it just had you dump everything in to the 1 bowl and mix. But it gets a little difficult to mix your peanut butter and your honey into all those chunky dry ingredients. So I do it this way, and I'm just going to combine those into a paste. They're going to be pretty thick, but it's easier to do it in this little bowl than to do it in the big bowl with oats and things clinging to it. Now I'm just going to gradually mix in the milk. And this is to keep it from being gloppy. This will help it be smoother to mix it in gradually. Just adding a note, you can add any kind of nut butter you want. Now again, I'm allergic to tree nuts, so for me it's always peanuts. Additionally, you can use any kind of milk you want. So I use skim milk because it's on hand. Of course, I'm not going to use almond milk with my nut allergies. You could use that, or you could use soy milk. It'll turn out, from what I understand, just as well with any of those. And see, now we're getting pretty liquidy, and this will be easier to spread in our wet ingredients the last little bit. Stir it in. And we're ready to mix it into our dry and form it into balls. So now I'm just going to add my wet ingredients to my dry ingredients. Now I'm making sure my hands are good and clean because I'm going to be getting in there with them in just a minute. This is a great recipe if you don't want to buy protein bars. Protein bars often have chemicals and things to keep them good at room temperature. This is a really good alternative. So now I'm just going to get in here with my hands. This is the first homemade protein bar type recipe I made, and I really liked it. So there we go, and we're going to be ready to make those into balls now. Alrighty, so to make these into the balls is just really easy. We're going to do about 10 equal sized. And sometimes I have to make a few and then figure out that's too big or that's too small and move some the mix around from one to the other. It's no big deal, but about the size of a golf ball. I'll have all the nutrients on these on the Recipes for Bodybuilders Facebook page with the recipe. But if I remember correctly, my protein and carbs come out about equal on these. So I'm just increasing the size of a couple of the ones that were smaller. Turned out I made them a little, you can see there's little bits of it sitting around. A little bit left in my pan. Get some of these small ones, just make them a little larger. These are crumbly. And there you go, 10 no-bake oatmeal balls. Let me wash my hands and we'll put them in the refrigerator. So now I'm just going to loosely cover these with some saran wrap to store them. They're going to be eaten just like this. You don't have to bake them. We're done with all the prepping. Just put a little bit over top. And I'm going to put them back here in the refrigerator to store. There we go. For this recipe and other healthy recipes, please go to our Facebook page, Recipes for Bodybuilders. And also, if you could subscribe to this YouTube channel, that would be good. You can also stick around for just a minute and check out the links following this. Thanks a bunch and have a great day. So now it's time to mix our ingredients in. I suck.
Cut.
Right.